Okay, we're going to try that again. Because for whatever reason, we were having issues with trying to get YouTube to pop up here. Which is so weird. Here we go. I see it popping up now. Alright. So, now we're getting our technical difficulties out of the way, which it seems like is kind of part of the course. I blame Windows, personally. But make sure we got everything up and going. I got 3 different chats that I'm trying to load up right now, so please forgive me for missing everything. Ark, how you doing? Welcome in, dude. Things are going great, thanks. Yeah, we're just now getting started. We had some technical difficulties between OBS communicating with YouTube. For whatever reason, it wasn't taking the stream key. We got that working, and then TikTok didn't want to connect the way that it was supposed to. And then my alerts didn't want to come on. Like, we're having just a night tonight. Honestly, I kind of say it's been just an entire day, but that's just my opinion. Hey, all that, how you doing? Welcome in. How is your day going so far? You haven't got back on Hazbin Hotel since the first episode? Yeah, we need to catch up on that, because you only saw the pilot, I think, right? Oh, it's 5:30. Where are you at that it's 5:30? Okay, so you were still on the pilot. So, as a heads up, you know, the pilot is good, but the animation style and the voice actors and actresses and everything, they do change a lot with the first actual episode. Believe it or not, a lot of the voice actors for that show are actually Broadway music actors.
Ground soaked with acid. Did the bristlebacks do this?
Oh, you're an Aussie, that's right. Okay. It's another tower. Hey, Trevian, how you doing? Yep, we're back on TikTok. I mean, they quote, lifted the ban, quote unquote. It's still technically banned, but you know what I mean. Yeah, like, the, you know, like, I don't know if you saw, like, the whole pilot episode, but Husk, one of the, demons that Alistair brought in, he was kind of like the card player guy. Anyways, in the actual show, he's, voiced by Keith David. How do I get it? You know, that's actually what's kind of funny, is, if you remember back in 2020, he was actually the whole reason why all of it got started. And it's actually, like, very censored now. Like, if you try to search up, like, certain topics and everything, it actually, comes up with, like, no results, and people are getting censored for things that you didn't
I don't think I can
get in
get
trouble
past
for
them.
before.
Guess I should leave it for now.
Blocked path, okay. It's really kind of interesting. Yeah, Keith David voices Husker in the actual show Hazbin Hotel. Alright. Let's go to Chainscrape. That's where we left off.
Keep this for a cook.
Nothing there. Okay, never mind.
Outlander approaching. Is that the Savior? Wanna come in, Savior?
Welcome to Chainscrape, Savior.
Open up, guys. Jorv's orders.
Good enough for me.
It'd be kind of funny if they're like, no, we can't do that. And you just see her, like, scaling the wall over.
Forge.
Petra!
Petra?
Aloy, what are you doing here? About time there was something worth looking at in this dump.
It's nice to see you too.
And not a moment too soon. Come on. Damn brewery's the only thing I can count on in this place.
Yeah, I heard. Machines, work stoppage.
Oh, those are just the latest malfunctions. Chainscrape's always been a few tools short of a kit. And right there is the biggest tool of all.
Our land, not our problem. The bristlebacks are everybody's problem.
Roland?
You've heard of him,
Yeah.
but he's a story best told over a cold beer.
Petra. I'm just passing through. I'm headed west.
Oh,
There's an embassy at Barren Light.
So
I
I'll say
need
that
to make
face is just like,
happen,
oh,
and
you're
then
going there?
Keep moving.
ah, of course. Bigger gears to grind. Well, Flame Hair, good to see you. You've got to move on.
Petra.
But if you want a cold beer and a few laughs with an old friend, come find me at the brewery. Your choice.
Okay, so we got several things that we can do here.
Well, this old one guy sounds like trouble. Maybe Petra could use some support. But first things first, I need to find that workbench and upgrade my bow.
Right.
Shop looks closed.
Yep,
Can I still use the workbench?
I ain't gonna stop you.
Thank you.
Workbenches.
Alright, weapon upgrades. We can upgrade our sling and our bow. Acid arrows, alright. Sound shell. A bristleback tusk, okay. Got outfit upgrades. Fanghorn antler, okay. Yeah, raccoon hide. 2 of them, actually. 2 squirrel hides. Boar hide, squirrel bone. That's crafting, okay.
This should be useful.
So we gotta
Now
do
I
like
just
a
need to
lot of
find
hunting.
Erend and help him clear the bristlebacks.
Hope I didn't miss.
Question mark up here. Unknown machine strike.
The more wrong it sounds.
Okay. Potion guy.
Hey! Watch where you're going.
Melee pit.
Yeah, Red.
Oh, they are inside, okay.
Change your mind about that brew?
Yeah, give me like 2 seconds.
Come to revel in some strike, sister? Let me set the board.
I was just passing by.
First timer, huh? Don't worry about it. I'll go easy on you. You got any pieces?
No.
Well, aren't you in luck then? I got an extra set, a Tanakh original straight out of the Forbidden West. Sit. I'll run you through it in a hot spark. I'll give you something special if you win at all my boards, too.
Is this like Gwent from the Witcher? Beginner's tutorial.
All right, let's start off simple. The Tanakh like to say that Machine Strike is a game of pure strategy. We each get a set of pieces. Each piece represents a kind of machine, and each machine is worth a different number of victory points. And to win the game, you'll need to gain 7 victory points by destroying the opponent's machines. It can be tricky remembering the details of every machine, so we use these notes to keep track of them. You see that number on the top right corner?
Okay.
That there is how many victory points you'll get for destroying that machine. Notes also tell you how far a piece can move, how powerful their attacks are, the distance they can strike from, and of course, their health.
Alright.
Okay, that's enough for now. Let's just play. I'll explain the rest as we go. I own the board, so I get to choose who goes first. Since this is your first time, I'll let you go. Usually you get to choose which pieces to set on the board, but this will do for now. Pick up that machine piece to your right, and move it forward.
Okay.
And remember, each machine can only move a certain distance. Take a look at your notes if you need a reminder.
So it's like it's kind of like
Easy
chess.
enough, huh? Now, you get to move 2 machines each round. So go ahead and pick a sec. Perfect. There's not much else to do for now, so just end your turn. We're forging onwards. Let me move my pieces here. And we're back to you. This time, why don't you try attacking one of my pieces? Try with that machine on your right first. Now move the piece close enough to attack one of my machines. When performing an attack, you'll be testing your machine's combat power against the opponent's. A machine's combat power is a combination of the terrain your machine is standing on and its own attack power. This and your current machine has 2 points of attack power. So in total, your machine's combat power equals 2 points. Since my machine isn't the one attacking, it has 0 points of attack power.
Okay.
And just like your machine, it's not affected by grassland terrain. So right now, the difference in combat power between the two machines is 2 points. This means your machine can do 2 points of damage to my machine. Did you get all that?
I think. We're gonna see.
Knew you were a smart one. Finish up by attacking my machine. Not pulling any punches, huh? Now grab that second machine of yours. See how your machine can't move close enough to attack mine? You can make your machine sprint. That lets it move 1 space further. Try it out.
Okay.
Downside to sprinting is that your machine can no longer attack. Now, some players like to take a risk and overcharge their machine in cases like this. Overcharging lets you attack after a sprint, but it will damage your machine's health by 2 points. So use at your own discretion. Let's try doing that now so you can see what I mean. That's about it for your turn then.
Okay.
Now, I'll let you in on a neat trick. That machine of yours, the one closest to me, grab a hold of it. Same as in the wilds, machines have both armored points and weak points. You can see them marked on the pieces. Blue shows where their armor is thickest. Hit them there and you'll do some damage, but not a lot. Now, red shows the machine's weak points. Hit those and you'll deal a mighty blow.
Okay.
Here, let me show you. Rotate that piece so your machine faces mine. Now let that machine have it. Off the board she goes, and there's your first victory points. You don't have 7 of them yet, so let's keep going. Your machine attacked mine, but hasn't moved yet. Go ahead and move downwards towards my remaining piece. You've already attacked a machine and moved your piece. But if you overcharge your machine, you can attack a second time. And by the look of you'd be sacrificing your piece to defeat mine. But sometimes that can be a good thing. Overcharge.
Okay.
Ain't that a thrill? Now, because your machine was knocked out at the same time as mine, we both get the victory points our machines are worth. Good news is, since you're the one attacking, you're gonna receive your victory points before I do. Which means you can reach the coveted 7 victory points first.
Okay, well that's
why
good.
Sometimes losing a piece can be the best way to end a game in your favor. Now, you'll notice you didn't get quite up to 7 victory points this time, but you did destroy all my pieces. That means you're the winner! That wasn't so hard, was it? Just remember to always check for the best terrain to attack from. You'd be surprised the advantage you can gain over an opponent like that.
And 3 clanks for our
I know it saved my behind in a game or 2.
I'll try and remember that.
Oh, before I forget, these are all my spare pieces. I want the Savior of Meridian to have them. It's a small set to be sure, but it should be enough to get you in on any strike games you find out there.
Okay.
You
Well,
might
thank
even
you.
fancy looking out for them strike carvers. They've got all kinds of unique pieces that can turn a game in your favor, though they'll need the right materials to craft you one. Or you might find them in the wilds if you're lucky. I know I've lost my fair share of pieces after a night of machine hunting or brew hopping. No need to thank me. Always a pleasure to help out new strike players.
Well, thank you.
Now, if you feel like playing a real game, I've got plenty of other boards. I could even teach you a few more tricks if you're up for it.
Thanks. I'll think about it.
Okay.
Ah, I knew I'd make a strike player out of you yet. How about this time I tell you how to use a board's terrain to your advantage? This one's got all the different terrains you can encounter in a game of Strike. Knowing when and how to use them can mean the difference between victory and defeat. Terrain mainly affects your machine's combat power. As you know, when fighting an opponent's machine, you compare its combat power to yours. The higher your machine's combat power, the more damage you can do. So finding the right terrain is an essential strategy for overpowering your opponent. Here, I'll show you. Grab that piece to your left and move to attack my machines. Now let's take a look at your machine's combat power. Combat power is the sum of a machine's attack power and the value of the terrain it's standing on. Since your machine is attacking, it's using its 2 points of attack power. It's also standing on forest terrain with a value of 1 point. Add those together, and your machine has 3 points of combat power. My machine is standing on grassland terrain with a value of 0 points. It's also not attacking, which means their attack points aren't in play. So my combat power is 0. This means your machine can do 3 points of damage. Go ahead and test it out.
All right.
There you go. Now, choosing the right terrain doesn't just improve your offense. It can also help defend your machines from attack. Grab your other piece and place it in front of my second machine. Since it's standing on grassland terrain, this terrain has a value of 0. This means your machine's combat power adds up to 2 points. My machine can't use their attack power since they're defending their position. But they have the higher ground. They're standing on forest terrain, which is worth 1 point.
Yeah, Anakin.
This means my combat power adds up to 1 point. Now, the front of my machine is colored blue. This means that the spot you're about to attack has armor protecting it. Which means my machine gets an extra point, giving it a total of 2 combat power points. If we compare the combat power of both machines, you'll see that you won't be able to do any damage. Whenever you're unable to top an opponent's combat power, you can still choose to attack and break their machine's defenses instead. Go ahead, try it out and see what happens.
Okay.
Ha, see? When you break a machine's defenses, you can knock it backwards. Sure, both our machines will receive 1 point of damage, but knocking my machine off that terrain makes it more vulnerable to attacks. Not only that, if my machine had been blocked from moving backwards, it would have received an extra point of damage. And if my machine had been blocked by another one of my pieces, that machine would have received damage as well. That's why breaking a machine's defenses is a great way to deal damage to several pieces at once. Useful, right? Okay, now go ahead and end your turn. There's still one more. All right, as we've seen, the higher the terrain, the more it'll add to your machine's combat power. However, there are 2 other terrains that work a little differently. This is what we call a chasm. Only flying machines can be placed on those. But it'll take away 2 combat points if you do, so be wary. This is marsh terrain. Landing on it will take away 1 combat power point from most machines. It'll also keep your machine from moving for the rest of the turn. Here, let me show you. Grab that machine on your left.
Oh, wait.
See? All you can do now is wait for your next turn to move again. Or you can overcharge your machine to get out of there. You can still attack any nearby enemies so you're not completely helpless. Well, I think that's enough yammering from me for now. Promise it'll all come in handy next time you play.
All right. Machine types and skills. Okay. This is our
Here for more
last
tips? why don't I tell you a bit more about the pieces we used to play? In a normal game, you get to choose which machines you place on the board. Each one is worth a certain number of setup points, and you can spend up to 10 assembling your army. Knowing what each machine brings to the game and building an army that matches your strategy is the key to becoming a machine strike master. When assembling your army, there are a few things to keep in mind. First and foremost, you can never have more than 4 of the same machine on the board at the same time. With that in mind, most players would choose machines based on how far they can move or how much attack power they have.
All right.
But a real strike player will be looking at a machine's type and skills. Let's take a quick look, shall we? Pick up that machine on your left. All right, let's talk about the different ways in which a machine attacks its opponents. In other words, its machine type. If you look at your notes, you'll see this machine here is a melee type. You can also tell by the shape of the base the piece stands on. A melee type machine attacks the first enemy within range, and no one else. We've seen this plenty of times, so just move that piece forward so I can show you some more stuff. Great, now grab your other machine. Looks like we've got ourselves a gunner type machine here. This means they'll only hit the farthest enemy in their attack range. Let's move that machine forward and end your turn so we can take a look at the rest of the piece.
Okay.
Let's go with this piece first. This is a ram type machine. Attack an enemy with it and it'll push the piece backwards. Like this. See, now my machine has taken over your machine's spot on the board. This is a great way to take the advantage away from your opponent if they have the higher ground. Looks like we have one more piece to look at. Now this is a beauty of a piece, a dash type machine. When it attacks, it'll move to the end of its attack range and damage every machine in its path, including your own. So make sure you take a good look at the board before you send it off to the races.
All right.
You should also make sure it's able to finish its attack on an empty spot. Otherwise, you won't be able to attack at all. Here, I'll show you. Look, it even rotated your piece. A nifty little piece you'll definitely want in your set. If you look at your notes, you'll notice this particular machine has one of the skills I mentioned before. There's quite a few of those, and we haven't even looked at all the machine types yet. But I'm pretty sure you've got more important things to do, so I made you a list. It's got all the tips and tricks we talked about, too.
All right.
I think that about does it for now, so if you want to play a real game, just let me know.
All right, yeah, I'll try. This is kind of like a more in-depth version of chess.
Let's do this!
There.
Time to make my move. Your move, Red. I got a tough fight ahead of me. Okay, let's see. Oh, I thought I had that one.
Okay, so pretty straightforward. And we get shards if we beat it. So they're grazers and burrowers.
Here we go.
Oh, so we also have some of the same pieces. That's nice. Okay. That burrower over there. Put you
My
there.
turn. You're up, Red. Hey, I like that piece where it was. I'm up. That's it for me. Knocked right off the board.
Okay.
Time to get serious. Your turn. That was brutal.
No, we'll keep you there. We'll put you up.
Time to
turn.
get serious. One less piece on the board. A single machine left? That ain't good.
Okay, that's just overcharging. Okay.
Well, that's done now.
I think we lost this one. Or did we? Yeah, we did. No.
Okay, let's see.
As long as she doesn't overcharge it.
Board's all yours.
It's gonna be a tie.
Ah, looks like I lost.
Woo! My tactics suck, but okay, this is a hard one. So we've got
This
several pieces
is
here.
gonna be fun.
Oh, give me 2 seconds. Let me go grab something. Okay, sorry about that. Alright. Put the scrounger there.
That's it for me.
I'll do that.
Time to make my move.
Hey, Toothpick, how you doing?
Your move, Red.
Anakin versus Obi-Wan. I was just saying that she was talking about the high ground. And it's like, all right, Anakin. I mean, if that's how you want to, play this. I'm not really sure how well this is going to turn out, but I could overcharge that one if I wanted to.
My turn.
Let's hold off and see what happens.
Your turn.
We'll do that. That seems like a good sacrifice, I
Off
think.
the board he goes.
Granted, we just lost ours.
Off the board he goes.
Oh, wait, I thought that a Scrounger was a gunner type. Okay, maybe I misread that.
I'm up. Knocked right off the board.
Okay, let's do... Put the burrower there.
Time to get serious.
Try and play this safely.
You're up, Red. That was a surprise.
It'll be a sacrifice, but it may
One
help
less
us out
piece
in the
on
long run.
board. That one hurt. My turn. Well, that's done now.
Okay.
Now that was a smart move. You got me. Fair and square.
Huzzah! Okay, so not a bad game. If we complete this one, we get a bristleback strike piece. Okay. Okay. Oh, it's a scrapper. That's what it is. Okay. When attacking from mountain terrain, +1 combat power, hill terrain, +1. Alright. Try
Let's
that.
play.
Yeah, it's kind of giving me like a little bit of like a kind of like a Gwent from Witcher kind of vibe. Don't get me wrong, I love board games, so I'm kind of interested to see like how this is. But seeing as this is like our first person who's like introducing this to us, I can imagine we're probably going to have a hard time later on with some of these people. That's that one's grassland. There's supposed to be grassland, but we'll just hold it there and see what happens.
Board's all yours. That was brutal.
Okay, that's only one. It's a mountain. Let's do that. We are more than likely going to lose one of our pieces here.
Your move, Red.
Start each turn. All pieces within their attack range lose one. Okay, that would have been good to know.
Hey! Oh, that was the perfect spot. Well, that's done now.
If I overcharge it, that's not going to do anything.
My turn. Ah, off the board it goes.
Alright,
That was brutal.
I'm gonna do that just so it doesn't
Come up.
push us back over here.
One less piece on the board.
Which piece? I might have missed the one you were talking about.
Knocked right off the board.
There we go. Okay, we just need one more.
Time to get serious. Okay, let's see.
Oh, you might mean like that, like why they turned it that direction.
One less piece on the board. Well, spark my
There we
forge.
go.
You have beaten me on every one of my boards. Now that deserves a prize, I say.
So we get the bristleback piece, right? Yes. Awesome.
You know where to find me, Red.
Okay, so we got a side quest over there. We need to talk to Petra.
Come for that beer after all, eh? Here, sit down. Get a pint in her hand.
But I did notice like what you were talking
Wasn't
about right there.
expecting you to swing by.
I'm wondering
Since
if
when do I do
the
what's
AI is
expected?
thinking, since I have a piece that's up on
There's
the
that
highest ground,
spark.
that's where the attack's going to
Fire
come
and
from.
spit.
Fire and spit.
That's a blast from the bellows. Won't fix the forge, but at least I can forget about my troubles for a while.
Like what?
Take your pick. We got bodies to bury from the bristlebacks, the work stoppage, Olvin grating the gears about his concession decree. Hey! Weapons off the table! Don't listen to me. Nothing a cold brew and knocking some heads together can't fix eventually.
That is true. That it's very possible that's what they were doing. Hey, kitten, how you doing? Oops, you almost responded to your mom's text here. I have done that multiple times.
So the bristlebacks in the Daunt. Where did they come from?
That's the thing. No one rightly knows. They just showed up one day, rampaging around the valley like they exploded out of a forge.
Toothpick, did you play the remaster of Zero
Lost
Dawn?
some good people. But I heard talk of some vanguards trying to take them down.
Did they come through here?
Stopped by briefly for supplies. Ulvund was none too pleased. Won't be able to crank it to his advantage once the bristlebacks are gone.
But how could bristlebacks and the Daunt help Ulvund?
2 words. Concession decree. Since no one knows where the bristlebacks came from,
What'd you
Ulvund
do
has
to your
taken to
toe?
blaming the Karja for him. He's hoping to dig up enough old resentments to get a strike going until the concession's signed. This is just his latest attempt. He's been trying to rile up the workers since the day he rolled into town.
Going through hard right
And
now.
people actually
Oh,
believe him?
Jesus.
Lots of folks suffered at the hands of the Mad King during the Red Raids. Give him half a reason, they'll blame the Karja for anything.
I had a
slavers.
I had a hard enough time trying to do Frozen Wilds on normal. I don't even want to picture that on ultra hard. Stubbed in on a box. So I was gonna ask if you like stubbed your toe on something, but I didn't want to, make the joke about it since that's apparently like exactly what happened to you. But geez, like, do you have a like a splint on it, or like how are they fixing? Excuse me. Sorry, I'm like starting to get sick. I'm getting like a scratchy throat and everything. How are they fixing that?
I thought you'd be back in Free Heap.
Well, after the big battle at Meridian, I went back, but realized it was running smooth. Didn't need me. Heard about the rebuilding out at Barren Light. Figured they could use another hammer. Been scraping by ever since.
You could always leave.
And go back east? Nah. I ain't one to leave a lit forge. Besides, someone's got to be a squeaky wheel for the workers around here.
Fair. It was framed, but it turned out to be fractured. Yeah, fractures, like... So, a couple of years ago, my mom was having, like, all this dental pain. And she kept going to the doctor, and, or not the doctor, to the dentist. And they kept doing x-rays. They're like, we don't see anything going on with your teeth. I don't know what's going on with it. And she started getting swelling inside of her mouth. And so she went to the ER, and they did another x-ray. And they're like, I don't know how the dentist didn't see this, but you got a fracture in your jaw, like right below your teeth. That's what's causing it. So she was developing an abscess on like her right jawline that they had to, you know, go in and do. And like fractures just in general, it's like you don't think it's going to be anything major, and they're just lying in wait that whole time. You should get the boot.
So about Olvind.
Around here, everything's about Olvind.
How'd he end up in charge?
He got here early, like a squirrel smelling a fat nut. He knew rebuilding Barren Light would need stone and timber. So he jangled purses all over Mainspring, getting investors to front claims on anything in the Daunt that might be worth a damn. Thing is, all the bankers back home know that this is Karja land, and the Sun King can revoke those claims at any time. That's why he's desperate for the magistrate to sign off on a concession decree.
Okay.
This concession decree, what is it exactly? And how would it help Olvind?
It's pig diddle, that's what.
A writ that would put all Osram claims in the Daunt under Osram law, even though they're on Karja land. It would mean that any existing ore, stone, and timber claims couldn't be revoked by the Karja. No more risk, no more hesitation for investors back in the claim to pour in the shards and expand their business. And since Olvind has a stake in all those claims, it would make him richer than a scrapper in a junk heap. Not to mention Chainscrape would become an Osram municipality, so he could buy enough votes to call himself an elderman. He's a sly old badger, I'll give him that. Figures if he keeps up the pressure, eventually the magistrate will sign.
Okay, so it's kind of like blackmail in a way. Got it. Oh, the strap is on the part that's fractured. Are you able to, like, kind of jerry-rig it a little bit to, like, where you don't have a strap on that part?
Well, I have to be going. Thanks for the drink, Petra. I'm glad I stopped by.
Anytime, Flamehair.
Okay, so we did the machine strike.
Hey, Mildef. Mildef. Took some of your stew last time I went into the wilds. Kept me going for a week. Felt like I could have put a strider in a sleeper hold.
Enjoy it while it lasts.
Sounds like you're serving up some impressive provisions here.
Not again. You can have the discount too, but you'll have to come back later.
I think you have me confused with someone else.
Olvin didn't send you?
No.
Oh, my apologies. It's just that his minions won't stop pestering me. Now I've even worn out my special grill. Since I'm in the midst of a crisis, perhaps you could skip to what it is you wanted?
Some of your food?
Of course.
What happened to the griddle? Just been wearing Crocs. Yeah, that could work.
Are Olvin's people causing you problems?
Oh, yeah. They constantly demand my best, but the equipment I need to make my signature dishes isn't built for batch cooking. And don't get me started on the Olvin discount they feel so entitled to.
And if you refuse?
I make meals, not trouble.
Okay.
How did you end up in Chainscrape?
Heard about a new and upcoming town at the edge of the frontier. Where there's a town, there's a tavern. I was in need of work. So I got myself out here and started cooking. Some of these people had never tasted proper boars and berries stew before. Anyway, next thing I knew, people kept coming back. Guess they liked my food. Or the ale.
Or both, maybe?
Your last customer mentioned your cooking really kept him going out in the wild. Where I'm headed, I could use some of that.
I would be happy to oblige, especially since you have the decency to ask pleasantly.
But
My special groove griddle is no more. Without it, I can't cook any of my signature dishes. I hate to think what'll happen when I'm forced to refuse Olvin or his goons. Even if I already had the right ingredients, there's nothing I can do. Unless you can source me a temporary replacement?
what do you need?
For the ingredients, a few pieces of decent wild meat, and I'd say a big handful of bitter leaf stems. That'll do.
I think we got
As
all
for the
that.
griddle, a corrugated metal panel might suffice until I can have a new one forged. You'd likely find one in a scrounger pile if you follow the river to the northeast. Don't worry, I'll clean it first. You'll have no issue finding boars and bitter leaf on your way. Assuming you're as much a hunter-gatherer as your clothing suggests.
Thanks, Mildef. I'll keep an eye out.
So that's what gratitude sounds like.
And don't let anyone push you around, okay?
If you say so.
That feels like every restaurant worker, like waiter and waitress, that's ever been in the food
Already
industry.
got enough meat and bitter leaf. I just need to grab a metal panel from the scrounger pile.
Alright, we gotta do the quest up here as well.
Oh, there.
Do a quick save.
We're on the same side here. The bristlebacks threaten us all.
Oh, what do you want, Ulvund? Some kind of payment?
My dear magistrate, you think I can be bought? If you want that whistle blown, all you have to do is have your soldiers remove the bristlebacks and sign the concession decree. Face it, what other choice do you have?
Hi.
Savior, what auspicious timing. Might we discuss a matter of importance to the Sundom?
We might. Later.
Very well. I shall be waiting.
So, the savior herself. Walloper of Derval, gutter of youth.
He seems like a
Maybe.
scam artist.
I've heard many tales of your beauty and heroics, my fierce lady warrior. Ulvund Freeholder, at your service. So, what could have dragged you away from the fine silks and wine of Meridian to this smudge of a settlement? Your saviorly attention must be needed elsewhere.
I'm here for the embassy and...
The embassy? Why, by the forge. Ah. Greater gears for greater matters. Guess that means you'll be moving on.
Once I've dealt with any problems around here that need my saviorly attention.
Hey, your words, not
Ah,
mine.
the bristlebacks, of course. Got to get rid of them if you want that embassy to take place. Well, best get to it, hey? And off you go.
Not so fast.
Okay,
You don't seem to have a high opinion of the magistrate?
Well, I refuse to play nice to some fancy-robed parchment pusher when my fellow laborers are being bullied, intimidated, and taken advantage of.
How noble of you.
So you're a union.
Noble, ha! Born with a hammer in hand, I was. Nobody handed me anything or dropped opportunity into my lap. Everything I've achieved, I've done on my own.
And where is this hammer now?
The burden of leadership forced me to set it aside. The Carja risk nothing, while demanding that good Osseram gamble with their lives out there. Someone had to step up and say no more.
You ordered the work stoppage?
Indeed I did. We're laborers, not soldiers. Until the Carja clean up their mess and give us the fair deal we deserve, I'm not risking Osseram lives.
Fair deal? You mean your concession decree?
It's not my decree. It's on behalf of all the good Osseram laborers of this land who do all the back-breaking work, while only the Carja reap the rewards. All we're asking for is the ability to share in this prosperity for a land worked by the people, for the people.
He's good at putting a show on.
And just how much would be your share?
Only an amount appropriate to my contributions to this community, of course.
Right.
Where's the whistle?
Right in the middle of town, but with the threat out there, I'm not endangering innocent Osram lives.
I'm going to clear out the bristlebacks. And when I'm done, this valley is gonna get moving.
If that's what it takes. Until then, I'll keep looking after the safety of these good folk.
Just be ready to blow the whistle.
Okay, so we get the bristlebacks. Dash of courage. Okay, let's do this one really quick.
See what that
Follow
Karja
the
magistrate wanted.
Oh yeah, we have to go talk to him, don't we?
He's in the tavern.
Savior! Over here! Savior, thank you for taking the time. And my condolences that you had to endure Ulvant's bloviating.
I've dealt with worse. It sounds like he's really trying to put you over the barrel.
The idea that the Karja purposely let bristlebacks into the Daunt, it's completely absurd. But the louder and longer he says
what
it,
did you think
the
of
more
this game on a
support
scale
he'll
of
get
1
for
to
his
10,
damned
out of
concession
curiosity?
decree.
How did the bristlebacks get into the Daunt?
No one knows for sure. The first report of them came from west of the quarry. But unless they have wings I don't know about, I don't see how they could have come over the mountains.
No other way in.
The only way I know about is Barren Light. Look, if you can get to the bottom of this, I can offer a considerable bounty in return. Help me shut Ulvant up.
He's desperate then.
What is this concession decree that Ulvand wants?
He wants the Sundom to designate portions of the Daunt as Oseram holdings. Only the portions, mind you, that produce any value.
Let me guess. Because he stands to profit somehow?
Exactly. With the Daunt under Oseram law, he could secure more investment for their numerous ventures.
He can't get those investments without the concession?
No. Not while there's a chance the Sundom could revoke their access. Hence, why the concession is so important to him. And why blaming the Karja for the bristlebacks, no matter how absurd, works in his favor.
Alright.
How does blaming the Karja for the bristlebacks help Ulvand get his concession?
Look around. This may be the Sundom, but Chainscrape is all gears and rust and bad ale. Claiming that the Karja loosed the bristlebacks in order to intimidate Oseram laborers into obedience. Well, let's just say no one here has forgotten the atrocities of the Mad Sun King. And with the bristlebacks bringing work in the valley to a halt, Ulvant has plenty of time to pick at barely healed wounds.
And if the Oseram refuse to work, unless the concession is signed, you won't have a choice.
Correct. The reconstruction of Barren Light must continue.
Interesting.
How did
Alright.
you get stuck out here?
I asked for the posting, believe it or not. Overseeing the entire valley on behalf of the Sun King? It was an honor. Is an honor, I mean.
But your job would be a lot easier without someone like Ulvand blasting hot air all the time?
Ulvand's not going anywhere. He's been around longer than I have. Even fancies himself the founder of Chainscrape. No, I'll find a way to live with him. I have to.
I mean, we can make it look like an accident. You know, just a poorly placed hammer as he's going down the stairs. No one would know.
You said the bristlebacks were first spotted west of the quarry?
Yes, according to one terrified laborer, said the ground trembled before they came charging down the hillside. He took off and ran all the way here.
Good place to start looking, then.
If you learn the truth, maybe Ulvand will stop blaming the Karja for every problem under the sun, and maybe then he'll actually focus on rebuilding Barren Light instead.
There's a lot to unpack with all that. There you go. Sorry, my dog's down here. She's bringing me her bone. Alright, let's go find a griddle. So, Kitten, I don't know if you were in here whenever I was talking about it the other day, but if the TikTok ban ever goes through, because who knows what it's going to do at the moment, we are also on YouTube and we are on Twitch. Same screen name is on here, just without the underscore. Oh. Alright, we... Oh wait, no, we probably have to craft by going to a workbench, don't we?
Dead machine.
Oh, very nice.
It must be a bristleback. Maybe Errand took
Yeah,
it down?
TikTok usually has most of the chat and everything, but everyone kind of tells me that Twitch and YouTube are going to have, like, the better, like, viewing opportunities. You know, because it's actually full screen rather than vertical. Just depends on your preference.
Fire could hurt it.
Metal bite, Ridgewood, metal shards. Okay. Hey, little rat. And it's common, isn't it? Yep. Maybe we can get... purple? Can we get a purple? We got a blue. It's close enough.
Send this to my stash.
That's a purple. A J Wishbone. That is going to come in handy, I bet.
Scroungers. Mold have said I could find a metal panel at one of their scrap piles. No metal panel. I would check another scrap pile.
Thank you.
Exploring cauldrons might teach me how to override these things.
Find the cauldron first. Really? You saw me? Ow. That was cool, whatever that was.
I'll look through the scrap piles for a metal panel. I'll have use for these soon enough.
Oh, okay, so we can kill machines and then knock off like rare parts and everything. Got it.
I think I have everything I need for Mildev. Good thing, too. I can use a decent meal. Maybe something other than fire.
Saw something talking about a fang antler, so I can shoot it off. Okay, I kind of like the idea about shooting off crafting parts from machines. That's a really nice gameplay mechanic. I can get behind that. So we should be able to do some crafting once we get back. Oh, hi, Mr. Raccoon. Oh, dude, he really had his whole entire life flashing before his eyes. Figuratively and literally. Fish. Well, there are fish. I don't think I can kill those, though. Oh, green shine.
That's as clean as I'm gonna get out here.
So, Toothpick, oh, have you played this game?
Be welcome, Elder. Why do you like the sound of my voice?
Olvin can't just ignore us like this, can he?
Oh, hey,
we almost died.
I see you all made it back.
Hammer and tongs. That they did, Huntress. They tell me you blasted through the problem.
What did you think of the game?
Here
Like,
came
scale
back
1 to
trembling
10.
like a twig. Hey!
What's important is everyone made it out. No thanks to Olvin.
Have you talked to him yet?
We're on the waiting list.
Doesn't have the guts to face all of us at once.
We need to stick together, in case he decides to send his goons over.
You're all banged up as it is. I can deal with Olvin. You don't need to stick around.
We know, you old hammer.
Just stay safe.
I'm telling you, that guy looks just like Conan O'Brien.
The man built this town now.
By slaving the rest of us. You know who gets all the shards?
Is there anything useful up here? Okay, let's hit that crafting bench.
I need to make this right.
We will. Don't worry.
I don't like.
Wait, where is the bench? Solid 8. Okay. Yeah, I heard that the DLC is supposed to be really good. Horned lizard skin, vulture feathers, boar hide, peccary bone? I'm guessing it's another type of pig, rabbit hide, we need another squirrel hide, okay.
You're welcome to use the workbench. Best I can do.
Okay. We don't have any coils yet. Alright. That's how we do it. Got it. Sorry, trying to get to the cook.
Ah, there you are. I happen to receive another visit from Ulvin himself. He was pushy, but I stood my ground. And dare I say it, I even got my own back. Yes, I did.
I'm listening.
When I made his meal, I used 3 pinches of salt. Instead of 2.
Okay.
Each journey begins with a single step, I guess.
Yeah, there you go.
I think I have everything you asked for.
Then just as you have inspired me, let us see if I can return the favor. Time to cook.
This is giving me like Monster Hunter vibes.
Wow. Mildif, that was inspired.
Next time you want the best provisions, you know where to find me. And your next order of any dish will be on the house.
Thanks. And don't forget to stand up for yourself.
Funny you should say that. As it happens, I'm already cooking up my next portion of resistance. Hope to see you again.
You know, to be fair, that is honestly actually a kind of a relief instead of like coming across a completely incompetent individual. It's like, oh no,
It would be a good idea to stock up.
he's actually good. Skills. Okay, we got 4 skill points. Trader deals more damage. Okay.
Some food before I head back out. And see what else Mildif's cooking up.
Okay, what is the melee pit?
You wanted to speak to me?
Well, you know better than anyone it's a dangerous world out there, and not just against machines. Name's O'Dirk. This here's my training pit. Best place to practice close combat this side of the Forbidden West. Say, I wonder who'd win in a fight. You, the savior of Meridian, champion of the East, or the Enduring, master of the West.
Who?
The Enduring, a legendary Tenakth fighter, the master of masters. I've heard the Tenakth have training pits just like this one. It's how the warriors get so fierce, see?
Okay.
And only the very best from the pits get to train with the Enduring.
So, to find the Enduring, I should look for these training pits if I'm ever
Oh
out
no,
that
you're
way?
good. Thanks for the lurk.
You'll
Appreciate
have to
it.
go far if you do. The Tenakth are split into 3 clans. 3 clans, 3 capitals, 3 training pits. My guess is you'd have to beat all of them if you want to train with the Enduring. If the Tenakth don't kill you on sight, that is. But that's a far spark in the wind.
Yeah,
As
we're
for
gonna
right now,
see how they are.
I also offer challenges to test your fighting skill.
Who would I be fighting exactly? You?
Well, I know you're the savior and all, but you have to beat all the others first to challenge me. Rules are rules. We only use dual blades and practice arrows, mind. These drunken fools would run themselves through otherwise. You'll have to leave everything but your spear and practice arrows at the gate. But I'll look after your gear, not to worry. So, what do you say? Up for some training?
I might be.
That's what I like to hear.
Okay. Need to learn Nora where to unlock that challenge, okay. Do I have to do these, or...?
That attacks are fast, but easily blocked. So learn to combine them with other attacks.
Okay.
Heavy attacks break weapon blocks and do more damage. But they're slow, so your opponents might counterattack.
Power attacks. Ooh, damn.
Power attacks smash weapon blocks to
Dragon
really
Ball Z
hammer an
style.
enemy with damage. But they're slow and leave you vulnerable, so pick your moment.
Okay, use any attack with R2 to energize your target and create a glowing energy point. Shoot this energy point to trigger a resonator blast.
Spear of yours seems to energize after attacks. I think landing heavy attacks and combinations will energize faster. Now to use that energy, try attacking your enemy. See if you can energize them.
Oh!
The savior of Meridian wins!
Okay. That's nice. And then we need the Nora Warrior for that, so we'll have to come back.
Still got some training to complete, though. Until next time.
Okay. To the brink. Let's go do this one. It's a lower level, so we can knock that out. And we might see Erend. Yeah, Tuvik, it's actually kind of ironic because the guy who's usually in here on YouTube, he's always complaining about how he has no one to talk to on YouTube. And then the day that someone new comes in, he's not here. You know, I think I've seen like some TikToks about that.
Where are you off to?
Like, I was watching just like, are you freaking kidding me? It's almost like, who has the time for that? Or not who has the time for that, but who has the skill? Oh, I gotcha. Sting Tooth, okay. Yeah, YouTube is still kind of new for me. I'm not used to video editing or anything yet, and I haven't really figured out a way to like incorporate this game into it. But like if we're playing Arma or something like that,
rigged with tripwires.
we're able to get like a lot of decent content. But
That's always something.
what I need to do is get
Hold
a
tight.
hard drive so
I'll see what I can
can record my
Try
screens
luring
and
them
not
into
just
the
take
tripwires.
30-second clips.
Nah, why kill it like that? What do you think the tripwires are for?
Here, kitty, kitty, kitty. There we go. Oh, we can hit our own tripwires now. That's great. Where is it?
Machine seizing up. That's the last one.
Hello, Red. What a day, what a day.
Well, thank you.
Thank the Forge
Oh,
you
you're
showed
coming
up.
down. Never mind.
Tripwire's handy, but machine hunting's a youngin's game. Come on over. Let me give thanks properly. I see you're a practiced hunter. Took you less time to kill those scroungers than vanguards to kill one bristleback.
So the vanguards came through here?
Yeah, just a bit ago. Down that bristleback, headed south. But then those scroungers showed up to carve the carcass, as they do. Then another bristleback ran through. I'm telling you, it's crazy around here.
So the vanguard went south.
Probably. This whole valley is swarming with them. The vanguard seemed dead set on getting rid of them.
I see.
Hold on there, Red. If you're gonna go chasing across the Daunt, you're gonna want a tripcaster. Not just any tripcaster. One of my make. Free of charge.
Well, thank you.
Workmanship looks solid enough.
Yep. Been tweaking the design since I left Chainscrape. More room to tinker out here and less chance of, well, accidents.
Yeah, in the first game, like, I don't think any of our traps or anything detonated. Then sure enough, you know, we start this one, and first trap we see, we run into it.
Did something happen in Chainscrape?
Well, like someone.
Let me guess. Ulvund.
Back when I had a place in town, he took a real interest in my wares. Kept pressing for the Ulvund discount. I said no. He didn't like that so much. I can't prove it, but that chuff bucket set my workshop on fire. Felt it best to put some distance between us after that.
Cable car operator told me the bristlebacks just appeared yesterday. Do you know anything about them?
How is old Karn? Back in the day, me and him got into all sorts of trouble. There was this one time that...
Anything about the bristlebacks?
No. Karn said true. Just showed up and ran amok. Lucky for me, I've got you and the Vanguard swooping in time to save my backside.
Okay.
I should get going. Thanks for the tripcaster.
While you're blasting bristlebacks, I think I'll head down to the hunting grounds. Did you know they have a tripcaster trial? Come by later if you want to try it out.
Maybe. After I get things under control.
So we got hunting grounds again.
So Errant headed south. Should be able to pick up his tracks with my focus.
Relic ruins, campfire. Someone fighting over here?
Some ruin from the old world. I could find something interesting inside. Let's do it.
You good? Oh, we can't. Wait, free Oseram. Oh!
Mighty thankful to you, Savior.
Just Aloy is fine.
Aaron mentioned you're not one for fancy titles.
You're Vanguard.
Well, here to escort Wadiz's delicate behind to the embassy.
If we can get rid of these bristlebacks.
Captain said to keep an eye on Chainscrape, then these ugly lugs showed up.
Gave the first one a good beating.
But didn't quite have time to roll out of the way when it fell.
Told you it wasn't a good idea to eat that much before heading out.
I should probably get going.
Now, if you see any more of these bristlebacks...
I'll make sure to roll out of their way.
Might want to take some of these with you as well. They're handy in a pinch.
Thanks.
Stay safe, Aloy.
What did we get? Smoke bombs. Alright. It can also be used underwater. I don't know how a smoke bomb would work underwater, but... Oh, this is trippy. Supply chest, sturdy beam, vent panel.
Okay, what do we have in here?
Got a crate. What is that?
An old world relic. How do I get in there to get it?
Ornament.
This close. Looks like this door needs some kind of key module. Maybe there's one in the ruin?
Maybe? Or if I can make that jump.
Great. That should be useful. Stuck. Some data survived.
Okay. Lodge at Zion reception to Thomas Braith, your red permit code. Thank you for staying at the Lodge at Zion. With your reservation, you have opted for a red permit parking passengers for safety and security. Better accommodations are renowned for the access gate for guest vehicles protected by a personally generated code. For your convenience, this code grants you entry both your room and your parking space. And okay, that's an interesting card. Please keep in mind this code is confidential, so please refrain from sharing it with anyone during your stay. We look forward to seeing you. Have a safe and pleasant journey. Sorry for the inconvenience, but our parking system hasn't worked properly for some time. To access the lot, just use the code 1705. Okay.
There's a code for the locked door in this data. But I still need to find a key module.
1705. Oh, they removed all that? Oh, that sucks. That's the only reason I was able to find half of the stuff, is because of that. Oh, it's on the other side, okay. Can I pull that down? Yes, I can. Alright, I see.
Okay, gotta find a key for the door.
This is trippy. Something out there.
There's more of the ruin down here. Where to now?
You at least got a flashlight. Oh. That's not what I meant.
A little more light down here. Well, I can't reach the ledge above now. Guess I'll have to find another way up.
Here we go, this might work. Maybe?
I think I hit a snag.
Pull you down here?
Down it goes.
We can't push this, can we? Can we? Oh, we can. Okay.
Okay. Now where does this lead?
Oh, there it is.
Key module.
What did I say that code was? 1705? Probably not.
see if this key fits. There. Looks like this needs a code, too. I think some of the data I picked up might help. There we go. What is this thing? I'll hold on to it for now. Figure out what to do with it later.
That's what we need for that challenge. Trapper. What's over here? Tower.
An image from the old world.
Oh.
Looks like some kind of building in front of sheer cliffs. The image is incomplete. But maybe if I line it up exactly with where it was taken, my focus can fill in the rest.
I don't know what's going on over there. Wait a minute. That might be the building. Oh. Not even the right thing.
Nope. I should find another spot. It looks like the building in the image might have been near a river.
Yeah, it's right
Think
here.
There used to be
right?
a bridge nearby?
This kind of looks like a bridge.
Ruins of a bridge.
Oh.
Maybe it's the same one from the image. I could try to line it up around here. I think I'm almost in the right spot.
I get the feeling this is going to be annoying if there's a bunch of these. Closer.
That did it.
Oh.
Completing the image unlocked a data file. It looks like these vista points were made by Miriam Technologies. That was Elizabeth's company. I wonder if I can find more of them out in the wild.
Alright, well, that's... I mean, cool, but... I feel like that's gonna be a headache here later. What did I just kill? A pigeon. Yeah, let's get its bristle back. Who's fighting who up here?
It saw me.
boots are optional. That's true. I'm just very OCD.
No, that's not her. Can't be.
Oh, it's Chainscrape again. Okay. Like, I'm very OCD when it comes to a lot of that stuff, so I'm like, oh, I need to complete everything.
Give it a rest, would you?
Okay.
Here to
Now we
practice
can do
friends.
this.
I set up some new training while you were gone.
It's been a while. Don't tell your mom.
Single attacks are child's play. A real fighter combines them. Practice this combination as a starter.
Okay. Challenges. R1, R1, R2.
Come on. If your opponent keeps blocking, then use a heavy attack or a power attack to break through. Either that or from behind.
I was hoping I was going to be able to use my arrow, but I guess I don't have an arrow with us.
Close attention to your opponent's stance. Read their intentions. Choose your attacks to break their defense.
Oh, they had time limits. I didn't even realize that. Resonator blast. Okay, this one. We know how to do this one.
That energy doesn't last forever. That spirit can give you the edge in battle. Keep energizing it, and then your enemies. Triggering those energy blasts should help you vanquish your opponents.
Alright, Pitmaster Challenge. I'm sorry, every time I hear Pitmaster, I think of barbecue.
Can you finish this?
Oh, jeez. That was a horrible start to this.
How goes it, Hammerhead?
Good series of attacks. You fight well. I see how you earned your recognition. Challenge is over.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was a horrible start. Should have dodged that.
You thought this was easy? I see how you fight well. Good series of attacks. There's evasion and there's fear. A good series. An impressive. You fight well. Yield! I yield! Well fought, friend. Well fought.
Are you okay?
Yeah. Ooh. Serves me right for thinking I could go up against the savior of Meridian. Here, have this. A little something for the new champion.
Thank you, Hodirk.
Don't be a stranger now. Come back whenever you'd like to spar again.
Got a pristine skull.
See you later, Oderg.
Farewell then.
Walking up, huh?
Wait, what do I have to talk to him again? Okay, we can't do that yet. That is the one with Aaron that we were in the process of doing.
Oh, I could use your insights later on.
What you looking at?
I thought I saw names up here. Shopkeepers?
Sorry, Red. We're closed.
Okay. Get up here, I wonder?
Stop looking already.
Alright, how do I get inside you? I am totally aware that that sounded bad. I don't know what the entrance is. Can I jump on that? Get up there? Oh, okay. I guess we can. Can I shoot that down? No? Book under there. No climbing points. Below? Tunnel? There's climbing points up there. There's a cache, there's a rope ladder. I see this is gonna bug me now. I don't see any pull marks to like knock the wall down or anything. I don't see a ladder that I can shoot down. There's a rope ladder that we can kick down. Wait a minute.
Spellcaster won't work on that.
Okay, there's a data point in there. Make sure I'm not missing something. So it's right there below us. What the heck? Oh, it's block path, missing tool. Okay. Oh, okay, I see. We're missing something. Never mind. I just wasted 10 minutes of everybody's time.
There's the quarry Thurles mentioned.
Hey girl, stay back. It's too dangerous.
Okay. We'll talk here in a little bit, I'm sure.
Quiet breaths now.
Oh, you know what? We have to go up that way anyways. Okay, we'll worry about that later. Let's go do errand, and then we can worry about that gold village in a bit. What was it we needed? A squirrel bone or something? Feathers. Okay, he's over here.
Trucks. Maybe Aaron's and the vanguards.
Is that a bristleback?
It'll be slow going if I use acid on it.
Where do I get a peccary bone? Like, it is a boar that it comes from, right? Oh, like there's an actual animal called a peccary?
Sounds like someone's putting up a fight.
There he is.
Another one down!
Now this is what I was forged for. No ledgers to fill. No boring mid-afternoon patrols.
That guy's just hiding out
Just
there.
a hammer. Just the fight. Aloy?
Aaron!
Stay where you are. I'll handle the rest.
I thought I was gonna do something.
Those bristlebugs have acid canisters on their backs. It should trigger a chain reaction if I hit them with acid arrows.
Like hammer to metal.
That wasn't too bad.
Smashed it good.
Oh, that helps.
Yeah, the peccary, it looked like a boar emblem whenever I saw the pictures. Maybe I'm just going crazy.
Aloy. Yeah, you might have to meet me halfway here. Ah! God.
You good?
Caught me at my best, as usual.
Well, you did the hard part. I just took care of the stragglers. How bad is it?
Who needs ribs, huh?
Your vital organs?
Oh, I'm good. I'm good. Huh. Okay, well, I know you didn't come all the way to the Daunt just to watch me get wrecked. So what's the story?
I need the embassy to happen, so I can head west. Aaron, what I did at the Spire, what we did, it didn't end the threat. It just slowed it down. There's still more to do.
Really? Well, that's great. I mean, yeah, not the threat's not over part. That's not so great. But hey, whatever you're up against, your spear, my hammer, just like old times.
Aaron, I need the embassy now. I can't wait for you to heal.
Couple of days rest, if that.
Actually, even if you weren't hurt, what I have to do, it's better if I do it alone.
Alone.
Oh, I
That
see.
figures.
Aaron! I hate to interrupt the romance, but I'm pretty banged up here.
Don't blow your blaze, I'm coming. This just keeps getting better. Huh. Listen, I'll go to Barren Light, get patched up. If you want this embassy to happen, we're gonna need this sun priest, Studius Wadis.
Oh, I know him. I'll clear the Valley of Bristlebacks, then send Wadis to Barren Light. I'll catch up with you there.
Well, I guess that's sort of like a goodbye.
I'm sorry?
You? Sorry? Ugh. Yeah, that'd be a first.
Where is this coming from?
Hey, just, forget it, yeah. Ugh.
I mean,
it's nothing.
You left
It sounds
pretty much
like
right
something.
after the battle.
All right, fine. Now, after the battle at the Spire, you took off. You left without so much as a handshake. I mean, people like me, we fought and bled at your side, Aloy. You just disappear? What kind of person does that?
I mean, he's got a point.
Aaron, look. I'm sorry it wasn't easy for you when I left. And I know it's not easy now, but what I've been doing... Life on Earth is in danger, and only I can save it.
Your life on Earth?
Yeah. Everything dies unless I succeed.
Well, then let me help. Oh,
You can't. There's no machine to fight, no bad guy to kill. What I've got to do, I can't even explain it. Not even to people I care about.
oh, so much for being useful. Okay,
Aaron! By the forge.
I guess that's my cue.
Maybe I should go with you to Barren Light.
No, hey, you're needed elsewhere. Obviously. We'll make it without you.
Poor guy. Discovered another block path. Okay, so
That doesn't sound good.
hell.
You'll have to handle that one on your own. We'll only slow you down.
That came from over there. I think it's like where we were at earlier. Okay, yeah, so right here, I am going to go ahead and call it. I gotta go to work early tomorrow. It's mandatory overtime. Wait, I did notice a bug, though. If you're on a mount and you try to loot a hickory, it says you're looting a boar. Oh, interesting. I'll have to keep that in mind, but... Alrighty, guys. Yeah, so...
Is she just gonna stand there all day?
Yes, I am.
Don't make me
I'm
hammer
talking
your
to
teeth
chat,
out,
alright?
Alder.
Anyways, so I gotta go to work tomorrow a little bit earlier than usual. I will not be on tomorrow night. I have class at 9 o'clock in the morning. I get off at midnight, so as you can imagine, getting on streaming for a couple hours, then having to wake up at 7:30 in the morning, not the most ideal situation. So, I will catch you guys here in a little bit. Have a good one. Thanks for hanging out. We will be on Saturday, probably earlier in the day. We'll kind of see how it is. It's a 3-hour class, so we get done at noon Central Time, so we'll kind of play it by ear. But alrighty. Thanks for hanging out, Toothpick. Thanks for hanging out with us as well. Thanks for coming back and lurking. Well, lurking yesterday and chatting today. But yeah, I will catch y'all later. Have a good one.